What is Crack-a-lackin' everyone, this is Rin coming back at you with some Honkai Star Rail today, and I was running through the new Divergent Universe update, and I'm sure you guys are seeing who's at the top, maybe not top right, but you see the team. So one really cool addition they've done, I've been doing a few runs as I said, you guys see the trials. I don't own My Day, I don't own Cypher, but here, we're running around with them in Divergent Universe, so this is like probably the best update that I've ever seen for this. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't here like the full time since Divergent Universe came out, so I'm fairly new as a player. But like the fact that you can just use these trial characters where you couldn't before is just so cool. So now it kind of makes it a little more even with Currency Wars. I still think Currency Wars is a better game mode overall. But the fact that Divergent Universe lets you use these trial characters now is just way better. And I think that means something. We'll see if it ends up being comparable game mode-wise to Currency Wars after there's some more runs that we've done. But I'm actually having more fun with this one than the last one. I think the ability to just use characters that you don't own, and the fact that they are, since they're trial characters, they're leveled up to the point where you would otherwise not be able to have them because you don't own them. So, full level 80. So that was pretty cool. So, just something to add on to this. I guess we'll just go through this run together, and then we'll have some fun together. Just kind of see what the differences between this and the other one are. I initially said I wasn't going to do a run that was recorded here, but here we are, It is still Divergent Universe, so there's not that much different going on. It's not like a full new game mode. We've already, you've played Divergent Universe before, assumedly, so they're not going to be mega different. One thing that is different, obviously, is we have the plain Arcadia backgrounds now. But I do think it's pretty fun run around with My Day. Now, I was gonna try not to talk about leaks and stuff here, but this is just word of mouth, so it's not like I myself am the one saying it, but I figure for a situation such as this one that we'll be talking about in a second, it really does matter. Because, cough cough, supposedly, there's going to be a part 2 to the Fate collab, and this concerns me very much so, because as you guys probably should know by now, I am a huge Fate fan. And what that would mean, right? If who is coming is actually coming, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, Elation's gonna have to take a back seat. Like 100%. It's getting to the point where I don't even want to pull Silverwolf, and even though I think Silverwolf is freaking sick. But if these are true, man, we gotta talk about it because it's ridiculous, man. So, okay, I'll stop edging you guys. What? Anyway, supposedly, Rin and Gilgamesh from Fate are supposed to be coming in 4.3. I don't know how true this is, but supposedly, this is from a reputable leaker who has a very high hit rate with being, correct. So, I'm normally not one to trust leakers just, by what they say, because at the end of the day, it could either be canceled or changed. So maybe instead of it being 4.0 or 4.3, my bad, it'll end up being like 4.7 because, plans change. And stuff is not always locked in until it's announced, because if it's not announced, they don't need to follow through on it, because it's just a rumor at that point, right? But Rin is probably my favorite master from the entire Fate series, if not one of the Fate Extraverse masters would be classified as that. So it's just, if it really is Rin, it would just cook me so hard because there's a few reasons. So for those of you that don't know Rin, I guess I'll just say it. She is not very much of a combatant in the Fate series. She's just not. She can fight, but she's not really a combatant in the normal sense. She's a master, which, you know, if you guys were playing the Fate collab and it explained itself well, you should understand that, generally speaking, masters have combat ability, but they are not the one fighting. It is normally the servant that is the one doing all the fighting. And if they want to stay true to that, and, you know, Nasu, who is the creator of Fate, was a part of the Fate collab. I don't know how much, but he was a part of it. What that would mean is if they want Rin to be accounted for properly, she should end up being a support unit. And why does this matter, you might ask? Well, you guys know how Archer's like amazing, right? In the original Fate Stay Night series, Rin is Archer's master, and, you know, she provides support to him via like magical energy and all that kind of business, and maybe she'll help him in the backline somehow. They're a team, so there's a very good chance that Archer's going to get another... As if Sparkle wasn't enough of a support, right? There's a good chance that freaking Archer's going to get more. But I think a better route is, for Rin specifically, let's say they do pick support. You see who's on the screen right here, right? Sereni. So, one thing they could do is they could just make Rin the Sereni for servants, because that would mean that she has 3 characters to support as main DPSs. She can support Archer, she can support Saber, which I'm not gonna lie, Saber needs it more than Archer does, but, you know, hopefully it would be a support thing for the servants, and she'll just be the Sereni for servants. That would be what I would want. And then Gilgamesh, who's supposed to be the other one. But yeah, if it is the case and this is true, she should be a support. Or she could actually be something like Cypher, where she counts as a support, but she does contribute to damage as well. I didn't mean to put Cypher in here as the example to talk about, but she could be more like a Cypher, where she, you know, does some debuffs and stuff, and then she'll provide support via the debuffs. That could be something they go for as well. So it's pretty exciting, ignoring the fact that, you know, small problem, if these leaks are real. I mean, it's more word of mouth than anything. It's not actually like, oh, we don't have any actual information. If the leaks are real, I got bad news for Elation, guys. We're not pulling for Elation anymore. We're gonna... we're just not. I don't know how to say this. Elation's just gonna get screwed over. We're gonna have to just run it on like the alt or something, because again, Rin is like my favorite master from the Fate series, and then there's also the problem where the other character, Gilgamesh. Those of you who don't know, again, I did not form this team on purpose to talk about this way, but just ended up that way. I guess I'll just show Maide right here. Maide is very much inspired by Gilgamesh, and if you were a Fate fan, this is like the least obvious like hint ever. Those of you who play Fate Grand Order or know of Fate Grand Order, Maide is supposed to mainly reference the third ascension of Gilgamesh in that game. I'll try to put it side by side just so you guys can see the similarities right here, but you see, Maide is basically shirtless. Gilgamesh is also shirtless. Both of them have blonde hair, both have gold eyes. Well, actually, I think Gil has red eyes, so that's the difference. He has the tattoos on his chest. You guys see this. If you're looking at the picture side by side, it should be pretty clear that Maide has drawn a lot of inspiration from Gilgamesh. And even if you don't specifically look at Fate Gilgamesh, which, I mean, this is mainly the comparison that Maide and Gilgamesh have, is they're very... It's like, I don't want to say off-brand because that's disingenuous to Maide, but he takes a lot of inspiration from both his story and his character design. I will say, Maide is he's still a warrior guy, whatever. He He's a nicer guy than Gilgamesh is, 100%. But I think that's another thing where Hoyo doesn't want any of these characters to be like truly unlikable characters. Like, as much as I hate, or hate's a strong word, but as I don't like Yunqing and Yun Li, they are good people. And that's one thing that I think Hoyo probably doesn't want to do with a lot of these characters, is just make them just straight up unlikable. At least in Star Rail, it seems like that way. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's kind of what it seems like to me. Anyway, back to the point. I was considering to pull Maide eventually, but guess what's not gonna happen? The main reason I was gonna pull for him in the first place, right? I gotta double check. Did I give him? Okay, we're good there. Yeah. So initially we were going to pull for Maide eventually. Small problem. If the leaks are real, Maide doesn't exist to me anymore. I don't care what Gilgamesh is, what meta Gilgamesh is supposed to be. Maybe he could be one thing that would be really cool. Gilgamesh is known for spamming a bunch of like attacks with his Gate of Babylon, and it basically, think about it's like a portal that shoots out a bunch of swords, and a lot of his fighting style can be like that. Most of the time it is. You know what that could do is they could make him a follow-up attacker. That'd be pretty cool. And then maybe instead of because I want to say all the follow-ups in the game right now are single target. Like, all of the follow-up meta characters are single target. They can make him the first blast multi-target, or blast or AoE follow-up attacker. That'd be pretty cool. We'll see if they end up doing that, if this is real. But yeah, if Gilgamesh is coming out, I keep freaking getting off the point, my bad. I'm gonna E6 S5 him, and I guess the alt is gonna have to try and pick up for some slack there, because Gilgamesh is like my top 2 or top 1 Fate character in like ever, so there's a small problem there where if he does come to Star Rail, that screws over any and all plans. Like, you guys are just gonna freaking see Gilgamesh summon videos for the next, like, I don't know how long, right? Until we get him E6 S5, because he's one of those characters where I might show my little FGO thing or screenshot, I don't know, we'll see. I have him fully maxed out. There's not a single thing that I do not have for Gilgamesh on that account, or on FGO. He is as high as you can possibly get him, and that's how we would do it here. So whether or not that's something you guys want to see per se, it's kind of, that's kind of me just playing my account. That's, so I might start playing on the alt more to account for that if that's true. We'll see. But I just wanted to say this right now. If they are true, we are getting Rin, we are getting Gilgamesh, and we're probably skipping every other single banner until Gilgamesh is E6 S5. I just, I am a huge, huge, huge Gilgamesh fan, and that's just how it is. So we will see. People are saying that this would be announced, this new collab would be announced during 4.2 livestream, which would make a lot of sense. And now, here comes the problem where, honestly, I think the streams tend to be either a week or two before the patch comes out. So in either 2 or 3 weeks, we will get that 4.2 live stream, and we will know for sure if this is actually true or not, right? But let's say it is true, man. We're not pulling for Evanesha on the main. We're not pulling for Silverwolf on the main, which, kind of makes the Sparksea investment useless, I guess. But there's another thing. Had I known about this earlier, we would have skipped 4.0 like entirely. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, we would have. So it begs the question, is this really a thing that's gonna happen or not? Time will tell, of course. But I just wanted to say that because unfortunately, if you're just not a fan of Fate, I don't know what to tell you, bro. We're gonna be going for him pretty hard, and obviously, if I have funds to do so, then maybe we'll be able to get back to normal. Whatever. Here, we'll do this 80. If it is true, and I get funding via however the heck I would be getting this. Jeez, I don't know why I left my train of thought, my bad. Because okay, so if I was somehow able to get funding by whatever method, you know, via another job or whatever the hell, then maybe we would be able to get back to a more normal coverage, but, you know, we'll see if that happens. It would be nice, though. I would really hope that So now it's kind of the thing where I kind of hope that it's fake, because if it isn't fake, man, this is going to entirely just push back every possible plan for the main, which, you know, Y'all's not that far along. I can't really like make content on it yet. It's like level, I think the level cap is like 40 or 50 for this account. So like, we're not close to making content on the alt, which is the problem. So I'm kind of hoping it's fake. But if it's not, just get your butts ready, because that's what's gonna happen. Then I don't really know if I have anything else to add on to this, so I guess we'll just end here. But I just wanted to make a quick, maybe not so much of a PSA, but just something to keep an eye out, because in 2 or 3 weeks we should know if this is real or not. And by gods, I hope it's fake, because I would love to just not worry about getting an E6 S5 character out of the gate ASAP. We stop everything else in order to do this. But that might be happening. So we will see. But if you enjoyed today's video, please do not forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe so we can continue to grow the channel, and I will see you all in the next one. Laters.